watching CNN Newsroom live from Los Angeles.
Ahead this hour, President Donald Trump set to announce the future of the Iran nuclear agreement, the deal he has repeatedly described as the worst ever made.
Plus, a curtain of fire swallowing everything in its path with little hope of diverting the flow of lava in Hawaii.
And later this hour, the messages buried deep inside a new viral music video about race and gun violence in the United States. Hello, everybody. I'm John Force, live in Los Angeles. Ahead this hour, deal or no deal? Donald Trump's advice to Kim Jong-un: reach an agreement on nuclear disarmament and you'll be happy and your country rich. If you don't, potentially face total decimation.
And I'm Aisha Sasay, live in Windsor, England, where anticipation is high for the royal wedding. After a week of drama, we are now just one day from Harry and Meghan saying their I-dos.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Aisha Sasay, live in Los Angeles.
I'm John Force in Los Angeles. We're covering the major wildfires burning across Southern California. This state's worst fire season on record. Could be about to get a lot worse.
And I'm Becky Anderson, live in Jerusalem for you, where we are also following international reaction to US President Donald Trump's decision to recognize this city of Jerusalem as Israel's capital.
Hello and welcome to our viewers in the United States and around the world. I'm Aisha Sasay.
I'm John Force, live in Los Angeles, where it has just gone 11 p.m. here on a remarkable Tuesday in U.S. politics.
A stunning upset in Alabama's nail-biting Senate race. Democrat Doug Jones has defeated Republican Roy Moore in a deeply Republican state. The margin was thin, just under 50% for Jones, a little over 48% for Moore.
At the Jones campaign headquarters, there was jubilation. Supporters celebrating the first Democrat to represent Alabama in the Senate in more than 2 decades.
Alabama has been at a crossroads. We have been at crossroads in the past, and unfortunately, we have usually taken the wrong fork. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you took the right road.
Okay, to our panel now, Democratic strategist Caroline Heldman, political commentator Mo Kelly. Also with us, CNN political commentator and Trump supporter John Phillips, and Republican strategist Austin James. Okay, Caroline, first to you. A great, big, happy night for the Democrats. Let me burst your bubble. Let's start with the cynical take.
That was quick.
Now, the first video, it was fun, it was self-deprecating, but the latest clip which came out today, this is moving, it is emotional, it tracks Spanish-speaking Americans that getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going off to work, and then right at the end comes the punch in the gut. This is it.
Yes, it's official. After all the struggle, all the work, we have a new president of the United States.
Can we stay?
You know, goosebumps and all sorts of emotions that come with that. And when I watched that, I thought, you know what, this really is a reminder that for so many people out there, this election means a lot more to them than to others.
Well, there's only so much you can do with having celebrities do what I refer to as digital scolding.
You know, a lot of people are asking this question, where does this energy, you know, you talked about feeling energized and more optimistic. Where does it go? What does it do next? Does this become a movement like the Tea Party, or is it like Occupy, which kind of had all this kind of this galvanizing effect, but didn't really achieve anything?
Right.
I mean, what's your thought?
I think that's a really good question. You know, with Occupy and with the Tea Party, they did fizzle, but I don't think we were in the state of political crisis that we're in now.
Come here. This is incredible. They're smuggling rich Americans to the border. And the shift in society is unbelievable.
I mean, all a bit of a laugh at the time, but now that Donald Trump has been elected and the impact he is having on this country, is that what you expected?
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of predicted the conversation to go in different ways. I think that everyone didn't know exactly how they were going to react.
I have to start this conversation by asking for your reaction to President Trump's really offensive comments about immigrants coming to the U.S. from, quote, shithole countries, comments in reference to people from African countries and Haiti. What do you make of what the president said?
I try not to let that kind of stuff you know, influence my emotions. And I just keep my eye on the things that I can do to bring opportunities to those that are left behind.
We live in a country where our president causes so much anxiety by lying and scaring people and just making every day he's on TV saying, "Oh my God, America is under attack, and I'm under attack," and these people and he causes anxiety to people. And if you have any mental health issues and you see this president on TV, you're like, "Oh my God, I believe the worst case scenario." And Rosanna's one of these people that is triggered, and so she's believing the worst. Oh my gosh, Donald Trump is going to save us. Everybody else is bad. And so, it's really bad. So that, I believe she got into that. That doesn't excuse what she said, but it gives a lot of people this justification to do horrible things like call black people monkeys. And then go, well, what we really meant was, no, it's awful. It's awful. And you keep doing it, and it's bad.
Daryl.
See.
The Laugh Factory, based here in LA, decided that the world really needed a Trump impersonation day.
The whole thing was to thank the president for the many laughs that his comedians are receiving on stage at Laugh Factory. And he came up with an idea, what if it was an international flavored competition? So you would have people from Iran and other countries, and doing Trump. And it was actually really funny.
And they came from all over the place.
Yeah, where did all they come from?
We had people from the Philippines, Korea, Iran or Iraq, definitely from England, New Zealand. I'm from the U.S., tremendous country, by the way. A couple of New Yorkers, and, West Coast people.
And, John, we should say you were top of the Trumps. You actually won this thing?
I won. I'm winning all the time.
Great to have you with us. I'm John Vors.
And I'm Aisha Sasay. This is Hollywood's biggest night.
Well, The Shape of Water, the fish meets girl love story, capped an impressive award season, nabbing 4 Oscars at Sunday night's Academy Awards, including the coveted Best Picture. Let's go straight to Stephanie Elam, who is at the Governor's Ball. So, okay, who have you seen? What's going on? What do you got?
Well, we just see Frances McDormand was just here. She's still there. I think you might be able to see her. She's just come back out from the Governor's Ball. She was there.
Talk to us about the discrepancy, the gap, if you will, between what week to week you see fans are loving and what the Academy ends up picking.
Well, it's becoming, the Oscars are in danger of becoming irrelevant because that disconnect is ever widening. If I am a fan and I pay my money to watch a movie and then I don't see that movie then represented by quote unquote the hierarchy of film, then it's almost telling me that my point of view is invalid, that I don't know good movies or I don't know good cinema. And for me, it's show business. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
So if those movies, those laser beam movies that Hal is talking about are basically what's driving the industry, then why not, to the fans' point, there has to be some good filmmaking.
Yeah, but nobody's going to get pitiful. I don't remember watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off and going, I feel bad because nobody recognized it. Like, it's a different category and type of film.
In a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars fans are wondering what happened to Luke Skywalker, and they could find out as The Last Jedi opens. Some in the industry estimate the movie could earn more than $400 million in worldwide ticket sales this weekend alone.
For me, it did not balance the scales. There were too many misses. And look, Rian Johnson wrote the script, directed it.
And he's a fanboy.
And he's a fanboy, and he had help from Carrie Fisher. There's too much slapstick comedy. You will agree, we talked about it in the green room, Sandro, that there's a lot of Monty Python humor that, for me, took me out of my love of Star Wars. And look, I grew up watching Star Wars. I've said it before. I broke my parents' Betamax and VCR watching Star Wars, Return of the Jedi. And to me, the high point, #2, Empire Strikes Back, is the best of all of them.
Wow.
This movie's not that.
Wow, Sandro.
Every franchise needs refreshing and re-energizing. You just want to see the same movie you saw when you were 7.
No, that was the first one. That was the Force Awakens.
This comedy is welcome in Star Wars. We've never seen it before. This movie was a cross between Spaceballs and Lord of the Rings. You know, it starts off highly comic and then ends mythical, and that's a compliment. I thought it was probably as good as Empire Strikes Back.
Wow.
And, it was utterly fantastic.
Okay, I want to talk about...
I gave my saber away too soon. I would have struck you down, Darth Vader. Empire Strikes Back.
I would come back stronger if you struck me down.